On this day, something within Virgo awakens with a quiet but undeniable certainty. It is as if the air itself carries a whisper, a reminder that you are in the right place at the right moment, and that there is a reason you were drawn here. Have you ever felt as though an unseen hand was guiding you, preparing you for something greater than the ordinary rhythm of life? Today is that kind of day, and Virgo feels it deep within. This message is not for everyone, for not all have the ears to hear. But you, Virgo, sense it. This is a window of the divine, a moment that cannot be ignored. The energy of this October 2nd arrives as a cosmic test, a gate of both promise and challenge. On one side, miracles stand ready to unfold if you step forward with faith. On the other, spiritual attacks wait for the one who hesitates or doubts their own worth. It is a crossroads disguised as a simple day, but the soul knows better. You already feel the pull of something larger than yourself, a vibration in your spirit telling you that today is not like yesterday. This is why you are here, to be reminded of the alignment unfolding in silence, to receive the clarity that the signs have been pointing toward. The universe is not careless, and it does not place you before this message without reason. There is a gate open now, and your sign has been chosen to walk through it. You will discover why Virgo, more than any other, feels the presence of the divine in such a direct way today. You will see the shape of the miracle portal and how it reflects back your hidden strength. You will learn to recognize the subtle but powerful cosmic signs already around you. And by the end, you will speak a decree that seals your timeline with divine authority. Stay present with each word, because these truths are unfolding exactly as they must. The story of why you are chosen will reveal itself layer by layer. And while many may pass this moment by, you are being called to walk through it fully awake, ready to claim what is yours. For those who remain, the decree at the end will not just be words. It will be the seal that marks this day forever. Virgo's journey has never been loud. It has been marked by silence, by long hours of discipline that often went unnoticed, and by a constant battle against being underestimated. While others may have sought recognition through noise, you have been shaped in the quiet, refined in the hidden places where no applause was given. Yet it is in that very hiddenness that your strength has been forged, and it is because of this that today, the divine hand points directly at you. What felt like years of delay or dismissal was never wasted. Every overlooked effort, every moment when you were told to wait, every seed you planted when no one was watching, heaven registered them all. The invisible realm keeps a record of the unseen, and that record is now being called forward as proof of who you are. For Virgo, this is not random chance. It is justice, it is restoration, it is the turning of private pain into public honor. What you thought was weakness was preparation. The silence was not rejection. It was the fertile ground where your patience was tested and your spirit was sharpened. Others may not have understood your waiting, but you were being prepared for a gate that only you could walk through. Today is not the beginning of your story, but it is the moment when the thread of your past connects with the promise of your destiny. This is the deeper reason why Virgo feels chosen today. You were never meant to blend into the noise of the crowd. Your task has always been heavier, because it carried within it the responsibility of breaking karmic cycles and ending generational patterns that weighed on your lineage. The struggles you endured were not just for you. They were for those who will come after you, those who will walk freer because you carried the test with dignity. Now, the sense of being unseen begins to shift. It is not about proving yourself to others anymore. It is about recognizing that you were always seen by the one who matters most. Today is your confirmation that your hidden sacrifices have never been wasted, and that the alignment of October 2nd is not random. It is designed for you. The cosmic test has opened, and Virgo's name is written on it. What comes next will show the spiritual architecture behind this moment, revealing why now is the appointed time. The unseen cause behind what Virgo feels today is not chance, but the architecture of a miracle portal. This is not merely poetic language. It is the truth that invisible realms construct moments where heaven and earth align, where the threads of destiny are tightened, and where the heart of Virgo is called into position. On this October 2nd, such a gate is open, and it reveals itself through the weight in the atmosphere, through the subtle but undeniable pull of intuition, through the dreams that linger longer than usual in the early hours. Astrologically, this moment reflects the waxing moon, a phase that does not shout revelation but whispers action, testing, and adjustment. For Virgo, whose soul thrives on refining, this phase resonates deeply. The waxing moon is the symbol of correction, of finding rhythm after planting intentions, and of seeing small sprouts begin to rise. In the same way, Virgo's path is illuminated not by explosions of sudden success, but by the quiet unfolding of ordered growth. It is as if the sky itself mirrors your inner nature, calling you into step with what has already begun. This cosmic test is not designed to punish, but to awaken. When we speak of a gate, it is the threshold between who you were and who you are being asked to become. Today's alignment stirs memories that are not entirely your own, ancient layers that feel both strange and familiar. You may sense déjà vu, as though this day was written long ago, waiting for your awareness to meet it. The divine mathematics of timing says, "The thread has reached its knot, and now the fabric must shift." The theme is simple. You are standing before a spiritual gate, and it requires recognition. The choice is not whether it exists, for the signs already whisper its presence. The choice is whether you will walk through it awake or stumble past it unaware. Some of the first signals of this gate are subtle. A restless dream, an unshakable thought, a repeated number, a sudden clarity that breaks through confusion. Do not confuse awareness with fear. The difference between one who panics and one who listens is that the listener receives guidance while the fearful scatter in distraction. Virgo is called not to fear the weight of this day, but to hold it, to recognize it, and to choose wisely. For there are 3 reasons, 3 pillars, that explain why Virgo feels chosen by God today. The first of them now begins to rise. The first reason Virgo feels chosen today is the activation of abundance, a current of energy flowing directly into your field. This abundance is not only about finances, though it may manifest as sudden clarity around resources or new doors opening in material life. It is deeper than that. It is the recognition of your own value, the unveiling of worth that has long been hidden under layers of doubt, humility, or hesitation. Today, heaven calls Virgo into alignment with the truth that you are not meant to live in scarcity of spirit or in lack of opportunities. You may notice symptoms of this activation already stirring. A new idea may spark in your mind that feels too powerful to ignore. A conversation could open possibilities where there were none before. You may feel a sudden shift in energy, as if what once felt heavy now carries a lightness, even if nothing has changed externally yet. These are signs of the abundance gate opening, small but undeniable confirmations that the promise is real. Picture a Virgo in the workplace, someone who has been overlooked for years despite carrying more responsibility than others. Suddenly, a superior notices the effort and opens a door of promotion or recognition. It feels like luck to the outside world, but to Virgo, it is confirmation of a divine alignment long in the making. This is the kind of narrative many will live today, not luck, but a miracle disguised as timing. The danger here is the old pattern of self-sabotage. Virgo's mind, sharp and precise, can overanalyze the blessing until it becomes paralyzed by doubt. The error to avoid is rejecting what is offered because it seems too sudden or too good. The abundance is real, and it is meant to be received with gratitude, not suspicion. What should you do immediately? First, pause and thank the divine for what is being revealed, even before you see it fully. Second, take one small aligned action. Write down the opportunity, send the message, accept the invitation. These steps, simple as they are, anchor the energy into your timeline. Whisper this affirmation to seal the moment. I receive miracles. Let the words rest not only on your lips, but within your heart, for they will echo into the space you are stepping into. And as this gate of abundance opens, another reason rises behind it, one that goes beyond resources and touches the realm of soul itself. To understand why this surge of abundance feels so potent, it is necessary to look at the cosmic fabric behind it. When alignments occur, they act like rivers redirecting their flow, and today Virgo stands at the confluence of such streams. The heavens themselves concentrate energy, and in spiritual language, this is described as a conjunction, a merging that makes the invisible visible. It is why opportunities appear suddenly, why clarity strikes like lightning, and why Virgo feels both the weight and the release of destiny in motion. Yet this is more than astrological poetry. In spiritual terms, what you are sensing is the spotlight of divine recognition. Abundance is not simply money or material gain. It is life acknowledging your readiness to step into the role you were born for. Virgo has always been the sign of service, of healing, of refinement. When the universe opens abundance to you, it is not to inflate the ego, but to equip you, to resource you, so that the mission you carry can unfold with strength. The flow is provision for purpose. There is, however, a duality to this moment. Every gate carries two sides, a promise and a trap. On one side, Virgo receives miracles, open doors, and new currents of favor. On the other, if the energy is ignored or misused, it can loop back into karmic patterns, repeating old scarcity stories or cycles of exhaustion. This is why spiritual attacks feel sharper in seasons of blessing. They seek to distract you into disbelief or drain you before you can receive fully. The challenge, then, is awareness. Virgo is being asked not to slip back into the mindset that you must earn every drop of good or prove yourself endlessly to deserve blessing. The test is to receive without over-questioning, to trust that abundance comes because the divine has deemed you ready, not because you finally calculated every detail correctly. When you stand in this truth, you shift the story of your lineage. The moment becomes larger than you, echoing through generations as a recalibration of how worth and provision are understood. This is the cosmic science translated into spiritual reality. The alignment is here to lift you into your rightful place. And as abundance begins to settle in your life, the next reason Virgo feels chosen rises. Not in the realm of possessions, but in the sacred pull of relationships written by destiny. The second reason Virgo feels chosen today emerges not in the realm of possessions, but in the deeper realm of the soul. The stirring of a union written long before you walked this earth. This signal does not come as a loud announcement, but as a quiet war within. A tug of heart against mind, intuition against reason, courage against fear. You may feel the conflict sharply, as if two voices are speaking at once. One tells you to protect yourself, to stay in control, to avoid the risk of connection. The other whispers of destiny, of a bond that transcends ordinary love, of a meeting that is less about romance and more about alignment with your higher path. This is the soul union signal, and today it presses on Virgo with intensity. It feels like being pulled into the gravity of another star, a force you cannot fully explain but also cannot resist. The internal debate is not weakness, but proof of how close the energy has come. The war inside is the cosmic confirmation that you are standing before something sacred, something that carries the weight of divine orchestration. Think of it as a cosmic tug of war where heaven itself leans on your heart. The tension you feel is not meant to break you, but to awaken you. If your heart races without reason, if your thoughts drift repeatedly to someone or something that feels inexplicably significant, you are not losing focus. You are receiving a call. The universe places these signals to test which side you will allow to win. The side of fear that clings to control, or the side of courage that trusts the path of destiny. Virgo, you are known for your logic, your careful discernment, your need for order. Yet today you are asked to let intuition speak louder than calculation. The union signaled is not about convenience or safety, it is about purpose. It may come through a person, a partnership, or even a deep alignment within yourself, but the message is the same. You are not meant to walk this path alone. This is why Virgo feels chosen. The gate of abundance was the first key, but the gate of union is the second. And as the internal conflict intensifies, a story rises to prove that what you are feeling is not imagination, but confirmation of the signs already surrounding you. There is a story that echoes the truth Virgo feels today, a story of one who carried the weight of invisibility for far too long. Imagine a Virgo who has lived quietly, doing what is right, planting seeds of effort without applause. Nights are filled with questions, and mornings carry the weight of routine. Then one evening, a dream arrives. Not just any dream, but one that lingers with strange clarity. The Virgo wakes with the memory of walking through a corridor of light, hearing a voice whisper numbers in rhythm. 222, then 777. At first, it seems meaningless, but the day unfolds with small confirmations. A message arrives from someone unexpected, carrying words that mirror the dream. A random glance at the clock reveals the same sequence of numbers. The air feels heavier, charged, as if reality itself is trying to speak. This is the trigger, the sign gate that demands recognition. In the middle of confusion, the Virgo pauses. Instead of dismissing it, they choose to honor it with a small ritual. They light a candle, breathe deeply, and write a single line on paper. I step into miracles. With a steady hand, they fold the paper, hold it to their heart, and release the thought into the unseen. Nothing dramatic happens in that instant. No thunder, no explosion. Yet a peace settles, a calm clarity that feels like an answer. Hours later, a shift occurs. An old burden feels lighter. A conversation brings unexpected encouragement, or a door that was once closed suddenly begins to creak open. The Virgo realizes that the dream, the numbers, the ritual, and the peace are all threads of the same divine fabric. What felt invisible is now undeniable. The universe has been speaking, and today it spoke louder than ever. The moral of this story is simple. When Virgo listens, heaven responds. The signals were not accidents but confirmations. The ritual was not superstition but alignment. And the outcome was not coincidence but divine timing. This is the kind of story repeating itself across many Virgos today. A story that says you are not abandoned, you are chosen. The path continues, and the signs grow stronger. If abundance and union have already opened their gates, there remains yet another reason Virgo feels this sacred calling. A prophecy that stretches across ages, linking this moment to something far greater than a single lifetime. The third reason Virgo feels chosen today is the alignment with a prophecy older than memory, a thread that stretches across thousands of years and now converges in this moment. It is called the 7,000-year prophecy, a symbol of cycles that rise and fall, towers that crumble, and souls that awaken to their higher purpose. For Virgo, this is not about predicting the end of the world, but about recognizing that you carry within you a role in the unfolding of a larger story. You are the bridge between what was and what will be, the vessel through which destiny continues its course. This prophecy does not demand fear, it demands recognition. It says that certain souls are called at specific points in history to realign patterns, to correct what has been broken, and to release new currents of life into the collective. Virgo feels this weight more sharply today because your very nature resonates with correction, refinement, and healing. It is not by chance that you awaken now. It is because the divine script requires your presence. To stand in such a role is no small thing, and it can overwhelm the mind. This is why practice becomes essential. The law of attraction provides a simple but powerful pipeline to channel this energy without being consumed by it. Begin with clarity. Write a single intention in the present tense, a line that affirms what you choose to embody. Then step into elevated emotion. Feel gratitude, joy, or peace, as though the intention is already alive. From there, Take one aligned action, however small, to anchor it into reality. Finally, release control. Burn the paper safely or blow out the candle, and trust that the unseen has carried your seed forward. This micro-ritual is not about forcing destiny, but about flowing with it. The flame, the breath, the words. Each one is a bridge between thought and manifestation, between heaven and earth. Virgo, you are not trying to bend reality. You are stepping into alignment with what is already written for you. The prophecy whispers not of destruction, but of awakening. And today, you are its witness and participant. This is why Virgo feels chosen, because you are part of a cycle larger than yourself, and your actions ripple into generations unseen. Yet how do you know if this alignment has truly taken root? The answer lies in the signs that follow. The signs of alignment come softly at first, then with a clarity that cannot be denied. Virgo, when you are in step with the prophecy and the gates of abundance and union, your soul begins to register confirmations. They appear as chills that run across your skin when no breeze is present, or as repeating numbers, 111 for manifestation, 222 for alignment, 777 for spiritual favor. At times, it is not numbers, but a sudden peace that falls over you without reason, a clarity that slices through confusion, or a quiet joy that lingers even in silence. These are the fingerprints of alignment. Not loud, not chaotic, but precise and unmistakable. If you feel them, rejoice, for they are the whispers of heaven confirming that you are walking the path laid out before you. And if you do not feel them yet, do not despair. Often the signs come later, in the stillness of sleep or within the next 2 days, woven into dreams or subtle encounters. The absence of sensation now is not proof of failure. It is simply the timing of your soul's response. To maintain this alignment, cultivate one small daily habit. Breathe with intention, inhale deeply, exhale slowly, and speak a short phrase as you do, such as, I receive miracles, or I walk in destiny. Let your hand rest over your heart as you say it, a gesture that roots the words into your body. This simple act, done faithfully, becomes a thread that ties you to the alignment. Guard the energy for the next span of hours. Avoid drama, avoid unnecessary sharing of your inner visions, and resist the impulse to distract yourself with quick pleasures or impulsive spending. These things scatter the energy before it takes root. Instead, hold the alignment quietly, as one guards a sacred flame. If you feel moved, seal this truth in the social realm as well. Speak the decree publicly, with the words, I claim my cosmic test. This not only marks your alignment, but also anchors it in community, multiplying its weight. The path is clear, the signs are speaking, and the flame is steady. Yet one step remains. It is the decree, the spoken seal that finalizes what has been awakened today. For Virgo, the time has come to close this circle with words of authority that no gate can resist. Virgo, you are not ordinary. You were never meant to walk hidden forever, and today proves it. You are the chosen, the one marked by the quiet strength of years unseen, now called into the light. The cosmic test of October 2nd was not a random alignment. It was the opening of a miracle portal written with your name on it. Every whisper of doubt, every delay, every season of obscurity has led to this moment where the universe itself declares you ready. You are no longer standing on the edges of destiny. You are standing within it. Remember the journey you have walked through this day. You have seen the first gate open with the activation of abundance, reminding you that scarcity was never your inheritance. You have felt the second gate pull with the signal of soul union, showing you that you were never meant to journey alone. And you have touched the third reason, the prophecy of ages, proving that your role is part of a story greater than a single lifetime. These are not scattered events. They are threads of the same divine design, woven together to confirm that Virgo is chosen. Now comes the decree, the final seal. Speak these words aloud with confidence, not as a wish, but as a truth. I step into miracles and my destiny. Let the sound of it vibrate through your body. Let it echo beyond walls and ceilings, reaching into the unseen. This decree does not create the gate, it claims it. It does not beg for favor. It affirms that favor has already been released. As you speak, imagine yourself crossing through a radiant door, light spilling out on every side. Behind you lies the silence, the waiting, the underestimation. Before you lies clarity, provision, connection, and a role within the prophecy that calls your name. This is the vision to hold as you move forward, for the decree has sealed the alignment. Mark this moment by declaring it not only within, but also without. Write the words, "I claim my cosmic test." Place them as a sign in your space or release them in community. In doing so, you anchor your path publicly and spiritually. And now, walk forward. The next message will arrive in its appointed time. But for today, the light of the gate is enough. You stand chosen, Virgo, and nothing can take that truth from you.